Oh, wonderful, beautiful day here, and of course I'm driving a car. I think I'll go straight to traffic, and I'll tell you right now, it is B-A-D bad. I'm not sure I'm Molokai in one eye. It is really bad. Bad, bad, bad. I was at a solar appointment, and I came out of Middle and there was an auto pileup, some sort of a problem on H2 at Pearl City, and it was bumper to bumper all the way back through town, and now it's just bad, bad, bad. And that's why my guest today, who's probably listening, is stuck in traffic. Wada, the winner of Hawaii Energy's most energy efficient smart guy in the state. He will be my guest today, and it's going to be a really interesting story. Wes and I go way back. When I met him, and he was shopping for solar, and I was impressed with his knowledge and education, and so I brought him into my show quite a while ago. In other words, I found him first, Hawaii Energy, and then a year later he had hosted my show. He had been a guest on my show numerous occasions. Hawaii Energy had no knowledge of that, unfortunately. I guess the majority of them don't listen to my show, even though a lot of times it's about energy efficiency. And sure enough, they chose him. So Wes will be coming in. We're going to be talking energy efficiency before I go there. Let me go to the front page of the newspaper. As you know, aloha, I'm your solar guy, quote-unquote Jeff Davis, and I am, again, self-inflicted pain, so to speak. I am doing a grand experiment on myself. Taking an otherwise normal human being who thought he was going to have a radio show to sell a solar on Saturday morning, and immersing him in education and about all types of subjects. And we're going to see where this grand experiment goes. In the meantime, one of those great educations I've gotten is about homeless people. And of course, Institute for Human Services and Untold Others have come in and educated us on the homeless issue. And obviously we all get that one education of seeing it. Just yesterday I was amazed. I listened to 4 people talking to unknown other people, and I'm close enough to hear them what they're saying. And all over town, you see homeless and houseless people everywhere. Well, here's the front page. City tackles shelter first. Caldwell's initiative to ease Honolulu's homeless problems begin with providing housing. And it goes on to say they're going to try and keep them near where they are anyway, put them in housing. And the first batch, and the plan is they're going to put 100 people. The goal is to help 100 people find housing, ostensibly apartments, by the end of 2015. Oh my God. By the end of 2015, there will be another 4,000 homeless people to replace the 100 you've taken off the street. Because why? It's endemic, systemic. It is not about letting these castaways of society, which you just have to expect when you go into a civilization that we operate on. It's non-sustainable in the sense that it's going to create misfits, quote unquote. You see, they were born that way. It's going to create this type of a obvious degeneration in society when it's non-sustainable. And the idea, of course, is to take 100 of them and give them a house apartment by the end of 2015. I really need the mayor to come in and some other folks to come in and explain to us how this is going to happen, because this isn't like other parts of politics where you can sweep it under a rug and then it goes away. This is going to grow and grow and grow until somebody's going to have to do something about it. It's just look at it. And I'm talking changing society is what it's all about, gang. You got to stop this at the root. You can't stop this after the damage has been done. The damage just continues. And of course, I have decided to run for governor, and my platform will be prosperity, in which case we'll have social services to deal with this type of stuff, and we'll have money for education so that people don't end up to be pushed out like this. And we'll have, of course, my run for governor is based on 3 major issues. Legalized pot, legalized gay marriage, and exemption for the Jones Act will be immediately awash in money with my great ideas. And don't forget my campaign motto: no rich child left behind. Okay? So if you're rich, don't worry. Your kid's getting an education if you elect me. Thanks yesterday to Brant Kelsey, independent investigative analyst, and Senator Russell Ruderman chiming in on the GMO issues. If you don't know about it, I asked Mr. Ruderman, well, listen, sitting here blah, 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 it's not getting me where I want to go. What do people have to do? And he said the obvious. Go turn your computer on and get an education. You'll be amazed at how fun it is, how stimulating it is, etc. And don't forget Mr. West Wada stuck in traffic to give me a call as you're drawing near. If there's no parking in the parking place, park behind my truck. Aloha, welcome back to Hawaii Tomorrow. What else is going on out there? All kinds of stuff. I have some great news for you. You may remember not too long ago, and if you go to YouTube, you'll see these shows. All my shows are being placed on YouTube by my producer, Ms. Beck. And Mrs. Beck is actually producing all this, taping it, filming it, and putting it on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, Jeff Davis Solar Guy, you'll see all my shows. And you can see any of this stuff. And if you look back, you'll see just the funnest, neatest show about a topic so heartwarming and breaking at the same time. That's foster parenting, foster children. And I had the three different folks in there. I had Cowie, I had Chiomi, and I had, darn it, oh shucks, I forget her name. And one of them was a professional foster mother, and she'd even adopted three of them. Plenty of them in her house, 5 dogs, birds, fish. The other was Chiomi. She's project visitation, trying to get these children who get separated. Can you imagine this? It's bad enough your house is so dysfunctional they have to take you away from your parents. And then, to top it off, they take you away from your brother or your sister and put you in separate strangers' homes. Project visitation runs off of donations. And it needs volunteers, it needs donations, it needs sponsors, etc. They get the kids together at least once a month, I presume on birthdays, maybe holidays, and they let these children get back together. They facilitate that. And then of course they had Cowie, well, by the way, Chiomi, she has adopted 2 of them. Anyway, what's the point? They're going to host my show on Monday. I won't be here. Lucky day for some of you out there. They will be hosting the show on foster parenting. Of course, the Mediation Center of the Pacific. I've been waiting for these guys. I finally got Tracy Wilkin to come in on Tuesday the 14th. So again, Mediation Center of the Pacific. Now, Hawaii Energy, I just talked to them today, and lo and behold, they're extending their $1,000 credit for hot water. And I had to be told this by my client. And I just talked to Hawaii Energy yesterday. I guess I didn't get their email today. So they sent me an email saying, good news, the program for water heating, solar water heating, has been extended out until the end of June or mid-June. You have to get your paperwork going, get moving on it. So to review, if you want to get a solar water heater, it's never been less expensive. It's $1,000 off from Hawaii Energy, and then you're another $4,000 and change from your state and your federal tax credits. I tell you what, I'm going to go to traffic and give my guests time to get out of traffic. And my show is brought to you by people who care about an education. They don't mind getting their name out there, but they really do appreciate getting the word out there and helping to push Hawaii's tomorrow forward in a better, more cohesive and intelligent manner. You heard me say yesterday, human nature's inclined to let the house catch on fire and burn it halfway down before it puts the fire out. In other words, we tackle the problems after they're out of control, such as the homeless issue. Whereas what I would like to see is a fireproof home where it's built right the first place, in which case you need an education. And believing in that is Hawaiian Legacy Hardwoods. Now, you go to their website, which you can link from my website, hawaiistomorrow.com. And you'll find out how you can make an enormous profit by replanting koa trees, hardwood forests, or you can do a commemoration tree for somebody. It's your tree for life. It's stamped with you. You can go watch it grow. You can hug your tree. Can you believe that? I said it. You can hug your tree. UH Federal Credit Union, home of the 299 Green Loan. Blue Planet Foundation, Aloha. Young Brothers Barge. I'd like to thank EIS Solar. I say go to Aloha Molokai, be part of their grassroots movement, ialohamolokai.org. Natural Energy Laboratory Hawaii, Research Corporation, University of Hawaii. I'll be back, and hopefully so will West Wada in just a few seconds. Your solar guy, aloha.